I'm not sure if you can see this, but you see how there's a plant over there that is missing, has a bunch of holes on its leaves, and you see how there's a bunch of fish eating the plant. Now this is a fish thing that's very similar to a cat thing. So if you look over there, a lot of the food got pushed by the pump into that corner. I don't know if you can really see it well because it's night, but there's pellets of food over there, and nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. They don't want to eat the food that's, 0.0001 cent a pellet. You know what they want to eat? What they want to do is they want to nibble on the roots of water lilies that cost $50. That's how a fish do. Fucker. Look at it. That water lily over there, that one, that used to be beautiful. It's destroyed. It's fucking destroyed. They did to this thing what Mr. Clinton does to my couch. Like, look at it. Okay, now granted, it's dark outside, so you can't really see this that well. I don't have a flashlight over here. Oh well. This, okay, really bad image, but this water lily is strong, it's large, all the leaves are gigantic and full, and the branches on it are, not the branches, the roots are thick. I'll probably take a picture during the day to show you that section. Either way, check it out. 80 liter per minute, dual 9-inch diffuser for air. Look at that pump go. Look at that pump go. Look at it. It's like a damn jacuzzi over there. Anyway, as you can see, what they want to do is they want to destroy the plant. Because the fishy knows that the food is affordable. It's platinum diamond koi food, It's expensive food, but it's fish food. Whereas that plant, buying the nice water lilies, that costs money. And just like the kitty that knows that it should scratch a $500 piece of furniture rather than a $3 scratching post, the fishy knows to fuck with the things that are expensive. That's how a fishy do. That is how a fishy do. And hear true facts about the koi fish. I love Zafrank. I wish he was still making videos regularly. Zafrank is the man. Today we will hear true facts about the koi fish. I got some new 800 gallon per hour. I'm using euro units. 800 gallon per hour pumps over there to kind of. Those are little filter boxes, so they have usually 2 layers of filtration, but I added a third, and it's got the little bio balls inside of them, the bacteria. That plant's got to go. The roots in that don't look really nice. I'm going to start replacing all those with the bogs and the water lilies because they do really well. I got a couple of weaker ones, and then I got some that are about 800 gallons per hour there. I have a bunch of them on the bottom of the water. Make sure the bottom of the water gets a little bit of cleaning. Since I added that aeration unit, I was moving it around. I got some filth in the top of the water that got pushed up there by that giant air machine. You can see on the bottom there, I got a couple of those. They're kind of spread around everywhere. You can see I got a couple over here right by this underwater camera. You can see how the water's kind of rippling. I'm trying to make them point to the side, so it's easier to see inside the water, but some of them are still pointing upwards. That's my underwater camera over there. Look at him. Look at the fishy. You see how much cleaner the water is now? The last thing that I want to do is I have an Ultima 6000 on the other side of the pond. That's an Ultima 6000 with an Anjin Monsoon 5200 gallon per hour pump. What I'm actually thinking of doing, so that what that does is that shoots the water out 2 ways. A, you get a waterfall over here from the 5200 gallon per hour, but it also shoots out to a little hose over here to get water on the other side of the pond. But I feel like this is cheating. You're trying to take the water from over there and send a little bit of it over here because you never really set it up to actually grab the water over there. So my temporary solution, which is, again, there's nothing more permanent than a temporary solution that works. My temporary solution was, what if I got 8 different box filters here? Not just for the bottom of the pond, but also for the top. So to get, obviously, goal number 1 is to remove a lot of the junk around the bottom of the water and just have stuff moving down there. And goal number 2, in addition to moving, is obviously just to move stuff around. So I tried to have all these kind of moving in a little circle here just to kind of swirl it around before it gets tossed back there. You have, also, I relocated this one over there because that used to be right in the center of the pond, and that was for the the waterfall over there. It's another 5,200 gallon per hour waterfall. It's got some mesh filtering in there. It's not anything near as fancy as the Ultima 6,000. I want to get an Ultima 10,000, but yeah, I moved that over there to at least try to get some movement of the water from this side over to that side, so that A, it gets filtered by that giant thing, and more importantly, it gets put into the Ultima. You could see the high-tech system I have here. So there are other people. What real koi pond owners do is they have sensors, and then they have the filter, and they have a sensor on the pump so that if it goes below a certain amount, then it will not continue draining the pond, right? Because if that thing is in the bottom, and God forbid something fucks up with the piping over there, or the tubing, what if what if you come home and that's in the bottom? It sucks all the water. Instead of going to the waterfall, I don't know, it's broken and it sends it out the fence over there, and then you come home and all your fish are dead. Now check it out. This is the Rossmann repair group system over here. You ready? Look at this. I don't want to deal with a sensor that may fail. I don't want to deal with like a MacBook TPOR or whatever, TSOP not working. So that is the filter. That is the filter bag for the pump. So just in case any small debris can't get in it. But that goes to a very, very strong rope. And the rope then goes to a rock. See that? I got to pick up that water bottle. The reason that's there is there was actually a spider that landed on me and I almost shit myself and I dropped the bottom of it. So see, look at that high-tech system. So it's not at the top of the pond, but it's not at the bottom of it either. You like that, don't you? It's fucking fancy right there. Anyway, so what I wanted to do is I was going to get an Ultima 10,000. I just got to figure out where to put it. Like, Dad already has a fancy little house built for it. I'm probably not going to have the time. I don't have the time to build shit like that. There's no time whatsoever. So you can see some PVC piping from a previous project over there. I'm thinking that goes in the corner right next to that waterproof box over there. I'm probably going to get another waterfall like that, but obviously I'm not going to have to add all the mesh filtering to it because the Ultima will do that. I was thinking having the water come in from all the way on the, like right on the end, because that's the part that's least likely to get sent to the other Ultima filter. Have an Ultima 10,000 over there. And have a nice 8,000 or 9,000 gallon per hour pump. More pumps. I feel like Tim the Toolman Taylor there. More pumps. And then this side of the water will just look amazing. Because I don't know if this is 9,000 or 11,000 gallons. I'm not sure. But having one Ultima 2 that's 6,000 gallons, not good enough. But I have an Ultima 2 6,000 over there. And an Ultima 2 10,000 over here. Yes. That will be the cleanest water in history. I still have all the beneficial bacteria and everything. Look at that fucking leaf. Look at this shit. There's no longevity thought to this with this either, by the way. It's like, you realize if you eat the roots, you fuckface, that the plant will die, and then you have nothing else to eat. I mean, I guess you have the expensive-ass koi food. But look at this. Look at this. Look at this motherfucker. I bought this plant like 3 weeks ago, you cunt. Cunt of a fish. At least, like look, this is what it... Look what these fuckers did to it. Like, it used to be a majestic plant like this. Now it looks like this bullshit. I think they like hanging out by this one because they get all the water bubbles over here. This is from the Ultima 2 on the other side of the pond. Ah, you fucking assholes. They're cute, though. You see how you could see to the bottom of it, even at night? Because beforehand, at night, like, even during the day, sometimes you couldn't see there. But there's moss in this pond, but you're not going to find that floating algae bullshit anywhere, ever again. There's so much movement in this water that there's no way in hell that you're going to see algae growing. Even when it's really hot, even when you have those 95% humidity, 101 to 106 degrees a day, days for like 4 or 7 days in a row, I walk out here and I don't see a single fucking bit of algae anymore. You don't see that, like, I can see to the bottom of the pond at any weather, any time of day. Because there's a lot of water movement that you could see on the surface. You got that, and that's a small one. Because, like, I didn't want there to be any single area of this pond where the water is stale. But then underwater, you got all this shit going on, too, that you can't see above water. Like, I got one over there, I got one over there, I got one over there, and then I got, this is my favorite. See this thing over here? This is the Matala 80L, I believe. Yeah, let's see. This is like 80 liters a minute. You see that? That's a jacuzzi right over here. So this is one of the deepest points in the pond. Over there, it's not as deep. One of the things I actually bought the wrong one because I was hoping that this would have a split so I could put one on each side of the pond, but it didn't come with that setup. It was a dual 9-inch diffuser setup, but they're supposed to be tied together. So I didn't really get that setup. I'm eventually going to wind up modifying this because I don't want it to be all in the center. Like, that's a lot of bubbles. I think that's more bubbles than I'm ever going to need, but I wanted to have like one on the end and one over here. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to keep this one over here, but this is an 80 liter per minute, and I'm thinking of getting a 100 liter per minute, but splitting it to have one over there all the way on the side, and then another one all the way on the end. So this one will be my 80 liter with a dual, this will be my 80 liter with two 9-inch discs. And then I'm gonna have 100, actually it's 100 or 120 that'll be split two ways, one all the way on the end and one all the way on this end. But I want to split it so that it's not this powerful, because this is fine for in the middle to move everything around, but then on the ones in the side I want to be a little bit more peaceful. But still, like, you should have oxygen on every end of this. Yeah, I'm like dangerously close to being done setting this up. If they have a lot more babies and I could see that they're happy, then that's how I know that I've been a good father here. As you can see, like, they like hiding under these plants, but I don't want them to feel like there's this stagnant water, because they like hiding, especially the babies. The babies really like hiding in here because that means they don't get eaten. And not getting eaten is one of the great parts of life. This one is not a crazy strong one because I know that this is where they like to sleep. So like, see over there, that's a stronger one, but it's in the corner where there's no plant. So this one is right next to this plant, and I notice they like to sleep there. So I put one of the shittier 330 gallon per hour ones over here. But it still gets some water movement, because if they're sleeping over here, I don't want them to feel like they're sleeping in stale water. And like right at the ends, that's where it's more likely that you're doing this shit again. Bro, stop eating that fucking plant. Can you eat the cheap plant, you prick? Why do you have to eat the plant that's $50, bro? Why? Look at that little fuck. He's literally going out of the water to do this. Look, oh, okay, now you run away, you fucking asshole. Now you run away, you cunt. Oh my god. You learn your manners from Mr. Clinton. Look at him. Oh man. They act like they don't get fed. It's the same thing with a cat. Like, no matter how many times you feed the cat, if you have a friend over your house, the cat just runs up to them and starts nuzzling them and starts crying. Like, oh, please call the ASPCA, my daddy doesn't feed me. Yes, you do get fed, you prick. Look at it, they do it while I'm looking, too. I really love the fact that it's nighttime and I can see all the way to the bottom of the pond. This is so exciting. And the fact that they continue to have kids is validating, because it means that they're saying that I'm a good father. And if they think I'm a good dad, then that means that I'm doing something right and I should continue. If I have cats that think I'm a good dad, and I have fish that think I'm a good dad, I may finally be to the point where I could have like a human baby. That's the way I see it. Like, first, can I take care of a cat? Then can I take care of a fish? Then can I have employees and not kill them? And then can I have a baby? But it's got to start with like level 1, level 2, level 3, because a lot of people, they jump straight to the human baby, and they may not be prepared for that yet. You have to train at a lower level. I think I finally got it. I hope I got it. Right to fishy. Look at it. It's right to fishy right here. An Ultima 2 10,000, I think that's somewhere around $3,200, $3,300. I think engine monsoon. I want to get an 8,000 or 9,000 gallon per hour pump. The main thing is, do I have the time to make a house for it, or am I just going to leave it there next to the PVC? I'm probably just going to leave it there next to the PVC. I have too much shit to do. Then I gotta get a waterfall. Also, I have to get a waterfall that's put together in a way where it's not gonna, because this can't splash on here, so this is completely unfinished. I'm not gonna try and finish this now because this was already here, and I don't want to use any sort of crap on here. Any sort of chemical or anything I could use to treat the wood I'm afraid of it getting in the water and fucking up the fish. At the same time, there will become a point if the water keeps getting on this. Because I had these positioned in a different way. I had the position originally, one going to here, that going to there, that going to there, but the water was splashing on the boardwalk, and if the water splashes on here consistently, eventually there's not going to be any more boardwalk, or I'm going to be standing here doing a video and it's going to collapse on me. So I have to find a way to get a waterfall that kind of extends out into the water, but where the water doesn't splash back onto here, or I just have to put something on here. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but I have to do this thoughtfully. Once that's done, I can have or maybe I could put the waterfall in yeah. I'm thinking maybe in the, actually no, not in the corner because I already have these. I'm thinking if I do get some sort of 8,000 or 9,000 gallon per hour waterfall over here, once I have a 9,000 gallon per hour waterfall, I may wind up throwing those onto the bottom. So let's say I have one sucking over here and then shooting the water back out over here. Those will probably get put on bottom cleaning duty. Which at 800 gallons per hour, you know, that's gonna push around a lot of water on the bottom, and also make sure that the bottom water doesn't just stay nasty. Like if I have those shooting upwards, at the very least, the water on the bottom will get brought to the top, where it could then get taken in by the top 9,000 gallon per hour pump, and then sent to the other Ultimate 2. This is the other cute thing. Look at this. See how they're all following me? This is the other. I love this part. Like they actually know who I am now. In the beginning, they didn't really know who I was very much. But now I can, when I walk around, there's specific fishies that follow me. I have names for them. Like that one over there, that's Bill. He has a little mark on his tail. He's the fattest fish. Then there's Stealth. I started to name the fishy. Hello, who is my fishy? I haven't named the babies yet because I can't really tell them apart very much. But I do have a lot of them. And with a lot, when I've started to count, and I'm pretty sure there's about 48 to 50 fish in here. Whoa! Froggy? Whoa, whoa! Froggy. These are the plants that suck. I got rid of these because they were starting to rot in the water, and I'm very careful about having plants in the water that are fucked up, so yeah, no more of those types. That's the only one that survived, and even that one has kind of fucked up roots. So yeah, bogs and water lilies. They seem to do really, really well here. That's Bill. Look at that fat bastard. He's got a thing on his tail, but it's been there for a year and it stayed the same, so I'm hoping that he'll be fine. He's the only one that has a mark like that. Yeah, so I counted. I'm pretty close to the limit for this pond, which means I'm gonna have to start selling fishies again. But I don't have it in me to get rid of them. I can't sell any of you. It breaks my heart when I have to sell you guys. So, give you away to somebody who has a bigger pond. You could always make another one. You see, what I could do is I could give up on life, give up on work, school stuff, business stuff, videos, and I could just dig another pond in my backyard so that I have space for the baby fishy. Pretty efficient use of time. I think so. Anyway, that's it for today. And as always, hope you learned something. I'll see you in the next video. Bye now. Sometimes I'm here to tell you how you're getting effed. But today, I'm here to show you a fishy. Because they're very cute. I love my fishy. And how they're all following me, I think my fishy love me. Look at it. Even the baby's following me. Hello. Who's a good little fishy? I love how they follow me around. This is adorable. Look, they're even hiding under the plants now. There's a fat one right over there. How the hell did you even fit under the plant, you fat bastard? Yeah? Okay, look at that fat ass. Look at that. That's a thick fish right there. That's a thick fish.